What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to our map awareness and how to level up faster episode. In this video, we are going to give you tips on how to improve your map awareness. Also, we will give tips on how to level up faster. First, let's tackle map awareness. What is map awareness? Well, it is one of the MOBA gamer skills that you need to improve. Without map awareness, you can be ganked by enemies easily. You will be seeing yourself kissing the ground in no time. So, that's why we are here to give tips on map awareness. For the basic level, here are the tips we can give. In the battlefield, always make sure that you check on the mini-map. It is advisable that you check on it every 3 seconds. What do we need to check on the mini-map? Well, we have to check for missing heroes on the map. For example, if the enemy hero on this lane is missing, then that could mean that he is either going to visit other lanes, or he just went back to base to regenerate health. But it is always best to assume that the enemy is going to your lane. So, it is recommended that you keep your distance and stick near the tower. This is to ensure that the enemies will be forced to dive you inside tower. If ever they are gonna pursue you within the tower's range, with this, you still have the tower damage as your backup. Just imagine that you were ganked outside your tower's range. You'll just become an easy prey. If you are pushing a lane, always check on the mini-map also, because you should always assume that the enemies will defend that lane. So, always check if there are missing enemies on the mini-map. If there is, try to assess if the missing heroes is a threat, or just a piece of cake waiting for you to eat them alive. On an advanced note, you can hold the mini-map on the position you need vision. On this scenario, I hold my finger on this position of the map. That's why I was able to see this location on my screen. With this, I can check if my ally needs some backup. I can also check if the enemy has low health. If he has low health, his tendency is to go back to their base to regenerate. So, you can eliminate that hero from the list of enemies that would try to gank you. Another tip would be, you can also swipe your finger on this side of the screen. This is what I call divine vision. Do you know what it does? Well, it will move your camera to check on locations nearby your hero. This is really helpful, since you can check the situation of a location before going inside the team fight. You can analyze beforehand if your team will win the team fight if ever you go inside, or die with them together. That's why it is really helpful to swipe your camera to see the future. Now, let's move on to our tips for how to level up faster. Basically, all you need to do is be with the wave of the creeps and kill enemy minions quickly. After clearing your lane, always visit the jungle. Always ensure that you killed the jungle monster before the minion wave comes, because you don't want to miss experience from a single minion. Every minion counts. Killing enemy heroes also adds up experience. You can opt to visit other lanes when needed. This is to ensure that you can kill enemy heroes together with your teammates. Killing enemy heroes will give you golden experience. This is a good advantage since enemies will be dead, making them not able to farm on lanes and jungle while dead. While you, on the other hand, is happily farming and pushing their lanes. Never forget to take on the turtle every time. The turtle gives your team golden experience. On a side note, a philosopher once said, you can last hit the minions to get more gold. You can see on the left a scenario that I did not kill the minions with last hit. On the right, I killed every minions on the last hit. Anyway, back to how to level up faster tips. For an advanced note, your team can always opt to invade enemy jungle. This is to ensure that the enemies could get less jungle monster experience. And also, this adds up to your experience. With the experience you've gained, you can easily reach level 4 and gank up enemies that are not yet level 3. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can improve your map awareness, and how to level up faster. This guide only teaches you to execute these tips the Kurumi way. So, Once again, this is Kurumi. Thanks for watching. I hope you were able to get some useful tips from this guide. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to our channel to see more of this kind of content. Cheers!